doing live. Oh, God.
Hey guys,
Oh.
welcome. We're going to change things up a little bit tonight and do some dungeon mastery, the technical behind the screens. So, kick it off. We are the Raging Rolls, a bunch of nerdy ass Aussies who get together when we can to play D&D. Today is not one of those days we can get together, but we do like to try our voices and have a lot of fun and throw a few jokes around. We stream on Twitch every Thursday, on Thursday nights, with the VOD immediately available thereafter, and a broadcast after broadcast, and the shorter form of our broadcasts are up on YouTube the following week. If you enjoy this, then why not hit that follow button and even subscribe to show your support for the stream. Sounds strife, but we love it. Everyone loves it. So without further ado, we're going to get stuck in. So you might notice a little bit of a change on the layout tonight. We're replacing DM Robin with DM Dan. G'day, Dan.
Hello. How's it going? I feel important and like I have unlimited power to TPK a party.
Ooh, well, not yet. I haven't given that power yet, thank God, but maybe soon. Why are you in the hot seat tonight, Dan?
I'm in the hot seat because I made the executive dysfunctional decision that I would take the reins and run my all-time favorite 5e campaign, Curse of Strahd. Now I have run this before, as you can tell by all the little notes and stuff that I've got up here. I've run it before as a home game, and I love it so much that I thought, hey, let's torture my friends that I stream with it.
Now we've played in the past. What is it, Death House, which is a one-shot spin-off of this?
Yes, it's a one-shot that's contained within the book. I did that one-shot, three-shot, must have been, I think it was the first year that we started streaming.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've been DMing a lot more since then. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've learned a lot of lessons just running through this with my home game. And I'm keen to terrorize some more people.
I'm excited for it. When is that going to start, roughly?
Roughly, we're looking, probably we're going to start it in probably September, because we've got something coming up in August, which we'll talk about later. Yeah, probably September. We're working behind the scenes, getting some characters ready. Keep an eye out on our socials once we announce our cast for Barovia or Bust, as I'm going to be calling it.
We may, the name is up for, it's open to change right now, right? Since we haven't quite landed on the campaign yet, it may change, it may not. We'll see.
I asked you all, and nobody said anything. So I'm like, fuck it. This is.
My brain has been thinking about it. I'm like, what's a good alliteration with B with Barovia? I just can't get there yet.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it might change before then, but yeah, no. We've got a pretty decent crew ready to go for it, working on the characters. We'll get some character art. I'm very excited. As I said, Curse Strahd's near and dear to my heart. Strahd is the ultimate neckbeard, so I'm very happy to see how he goes.
I must apologize. I still owe you a character. I have been looking through different books and things to try and get some ideas, but one of the other players stole my kind of idea, so I've got to pivot a little bit.
Well, I mean, I didn't mind your first idea, if you don't mind saying. Oh, by the way, Jez is going to be one of the players in this campaign.
That's me.
I mean, I didn't mind your first idea of a Furbolg druid, which would be very interesting in a somewhat cursed land like Barovia.
We've got to think about it. We'll see. We might land on that still. That's still like kind of there, but I'm just noodling on some other ideas. But anyway, we are not here to discuss the intricacies of this particular campaign. We're here to get Curse of Strahd kicked off in Foundry. Yeah?
Yes, we are.
And when was the last time you used Foundry as a DM?
A very, very long time ago, and I remember for a fact that I was very, and the Foundry's changed so much since then. I'm just like, I need a total refresher. Just like, yeah.
We have just upgraded recently to the latest version of Foundry. I think it's version 12.330. So hopefully, all things going well, this is the latest and greatest version. We shouldn't encounter any issues. But with that, Dan, we're going to kind of get this stood up slowly but surely. We won't probably cover every single thing today, but enough to probably bake your noodle for a while and give you some things to think about.
And is there just so I'm aware, if I play with Foundry by myself, if I play with myself, or play with Foundry by myself, can I break it?
Not really. No, you can probably get.
Okay.
Yeah. The worst thing you probably do is find some combination of module settings which just conflict, and so you get some unexpected results. But you can wind that back, and then it works again.
Okay, so it'd work better than like the CrowdStrike fuck up that happened last week.
I mean, should do. That's the plan. Yeah, it's not gonna blue screen anything. That's for sure.
Okay, that's good.
Well, let's take a look. So we're going to bring up Foundry so that everyone else at home can follow along as well. Now, while we're looking at my screen, then you follow along. You will do the same things as what I do. We're just going to have a quick kind of tour of the admin tool, back-end tools in Foundry. You're familiar with it to some degree already as a player, right? You understand the different options down the left-hand side, different settings and tools you've got access to, the structure of the main, I don't know what to call it, the tabs on the right-hand side to give you access to things like the chat log, encounters, scenes.
The macro. Is it the macros? I don't know. I've heard the IT specialists in our group of friends say macro a lot, and I think this is the macros.
No. The macros are down the bottom here.
I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
To be honest, macros I don't use. This requires a level of scripting and like programming to automate different things. So you can click one action and it might do 7 different things behind the scenes. I'd rather go through things step by step so I know what's happening. But if you wanted to go to town and find different macros, I wouldn't write one from scratch. You can go and find one. But
No.
Yeah. I have no idea what they're doing.
Just to clarify something that was asked in the chat. No, Frostmaiden is not ending. We're going to do, hoping 3 weeks of Frostmaiden, 1 week Curse of Strahd. So Curse of Strahd is going to be a monthly episode, installment, whatever you want to call it. It's just to give Jez a bit of a break, and other people who can't commit to Curse of Strahd a bit of a break, because 4 Thursdays of a month with life, it's not always sustainable. I mean, we're not all rich LA voice actors.
and to be honest, something I've been keen to get back into is being a player. I can, as a player, I want to get really inside the head of one character, because as a DM, you got to try and get a little bit of the heads of a bunch of different characters, and you can't go deep, I don't think. Not as much, not as easily. Anyway. GM Adam uses macros by dragging and dropping parts of the compendium there. Yes, absolutely. So things like special, like different attacks, spells, from things on a character sheet as well, dropping them down there for sure. If you got more ideas, like kind of like a GM screen, interesting. Oh yeah, so different notes from the compendiums. I like it. We'll have a look at that later too.
That's cool. All right. Walk me through the basics.
Okay. So some of the tools on the left-hand side you won't have seen for a while, or are not part of the player view. Those are things like being able to place a random tile. I don't really often use that, to be honest. Drawing at will or placing random shapes. I do use this, especially when people cast things like Spiritual Weapon, or if you just need to make a mark of something in a certain location, whether that's a cracked tile or whatever, right? So, for example, if someone has cast Spiritual Weapon, you do exactly the kind of thing you're doing right now. Yep, that wasn't going to take long, was it? I think you get
Control Z.
All right, cool. So that happened. The next one down below that is wall controls. You will use this a fair bit, right? I don't know where you're going to find maps if you've got.
Yeah, no, I remember that, and I remember you said that I can load Curse of Strahd into Foundry, so it should have the map packs. You said this ages ago. Part of the reason was like, oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is. We can look into that off screen, off stream, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a semi-big project, so we won't have time to do that now, but what we will walk through is just dumping a random map in, setting up walls and doors and stuff. So that's all that magic. So we've got different things around different visibility controls through walls, or if you want to do things like map a roof, just to make the game feel more alive for the people inside of it.
Yeah, this has definitely changed since last time I used it. It looks a lot more like there is a lot more that can be done, which is awesome.
Yeah. Have you been placing lights already, or are these here?
I have not touched anything. I just drew a dick and then I stopped.
So lighting is cool in this game, right? So when you've got a map and it's got little, like, you want to put a fire here, or it's got a torch here, dropping lights in lets you create that radius of where light exists and creates that where characters can and can't see from. Right?
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Audio depends how in depth you want to get. You can get set up with things like how far away a character is from a certain thing. The closer they get, the louder they hear a certain sound.
Oh, that is.
So when we were doing Candlekeep Mysteries, at one of the towns we had a river running through it, and I just placed a bunch of like running water sounds through there. So as you all would approach the river, you would hear that sound grow louder.
Oh, I love that. That's really cool. Because then, I mean, you could even use that for like ambience and stuff, or if there's a reveal about to happen, as people start to get closer to your monster or something like that, the music starts to intensify, or the sound starts to intensify.
Yes, but so those things are proximity to this specific player. Right. So if I walk up to something, I hear it, but if you don't walk up to it, you don't hear it until you get closer.
Can you make a invisible character that can move up with whoever's in the lead?
Yes, but only it's perceived by that specific player. Right? It's what that character perceives.
Oh, right. So okay. So then, for example, I want to increase the tension, and I would have to ensure that, but it would still have to be whoever is like doing the stream. So yourself, for example, because you have the recording and everything like that.
Yeah, no, I'll show you the other ways to do what you want to do.
Okay,
right? Okay. This other thing here, region controls. This is new in the new version of Foundry. I haven't dabbled with that yet, so I have no idea what it does.
Okay,
it's like it's like creating arbitrary shapes or something.
Oh, so you could. It looks like you can kind of make your own very quick walls and buildings and stuff like that. Kind of like with that's what I assume from what I'm looking at. I can go. There's a box, and then in this box there is a color, and that color is red. And then just update it, and then now he's a red box, and I can just do that.
But why?
Continuously.
Because you can do shapes elsewhere. What is the significance of regions? I don't know yet. We'll come up with that later. We'll figure that out. Haven't had to use it yet. We'll see.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then journal notes. You can place little notes around the map for your own purpose. So you can think, oh, what is it's like room descriptions. You can click on that, reread your room description, or you can let players discover it. Like clues.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and in there, can I upload, like, say if there's, like, in a chest or in a cupboard or something like that, there is a note, and then they go to that one spot, they find it, and then boom, it can...
I think so,
awesome.
Yes. We can have a look at that. Okay. Before we get to the right-hand side, down the bottom, obviously you've got list of players. I think you've seen that everywhere anyway.
Yep.
And then your set of macros. Personally, I don't use macros. I just keep it collapsed and hidden out of the way. It's up to you. All right, we know the chat thing on the right-hand side. Happy days. We know the encounters tab. Obviously, when you're DMing this, you have to create an encounter before people can start rolling initiative. That's one of the traps. Is you say, let's roll initiative, and you haven't created this. Everyone starts rolling. They're like, oh, it's not adding to initiative.
Yep.
So it's all about timing. You can, I think, set a number of encounters up in advance, but that's advanced play. We don't worry about that. A lot of time will be spent in scenes.
Yeah.
Creating the maps, laying out the walls and what's visible, what's not, and making sure people can see it. Because more often than not, you go, oh, let's go to this map, and everyone says it's black, I can't see it.
Yeah.
So we have to solve that problem.
Yeah.
Your actors is where you maintain all your different NPCs, monsters, and things like that.
Oh, this is where I import everyone's characters from D&D Beyond, isn't it?
Yes.
So if someone creates a character, they send me the URL, the link. I can use this to create the character in Foundry. So then they have the option to either roll from Foundry or from D&D Beyond.
That's right. Yes, using the, what's it called, Beyond 20 plugin,
Yeah.
And the D&D Beyond importer, import those characters in, and then they can do all that magic. Yes.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Okay, next across we have items. Items can be pretty much anything, right? We'll come back to that if we need to. Journal entries, they kind of relate to these map notes. This is just like your documentation you want to take. If you want to have different scene descriptions or notes about things, or you want to drop in, here's a clue but I want to describe it all out, or here's a cool image that I want to make sure everyone can see later. These all go into journal entries and items.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so it's not so much, you know how they have like the player maps and then they have the DM maps where you get a breakdown of like, you know, area A, B, C, D and all that stuff.
Yes.
This is more for players, not for DMs.
No. Let's find out.
Chuck up the player map that I sent you for I'm pretty sure I sent you a Barovia map at some point.
You did. Where is that? Well, have you got it handy? There it is. I see it.
You got it? Yeah, it's in the...
but why don't you import it?
Because you asked me for a bunch of files. Okay, let's do this. Did I send it privately?
Yeah. Just while you're doing that, I'll just run through the other few tabs because we want to probably get into settings before we get too creative with scenes. All right, let's get rid of that.
Stop stifling my creativity.
Slow down. You got under because we want to fuck around with settings before we get to.
All right, I'll just get downloaded in the background. There we go.
Okay. You can create role tables. So you can, if you've got specific role tables you want to have within the application, you can do that.
Oh yeah, rollable tables. I see it. Yep.
Card stacks, or maybe the Tarocca deck you want to put in here. Maybe that's up to you. This is how I manage inspiration decks now.
Okay, I was actually going to ask you about that. I will probably do that, but it depends on if a certain thing happens. I mean, you've played a little bit of Curse of Strahd, so you kind of know. I don't know how far you got into Curse of Strahd, so...
Well, enough for decks to be drawn.
Okay.
Yeah. That's card stacks. Yeah. Playlist is where you want to set up the background music, the soundboard, sound effects you want to play on a whim. I remember one time we were playing Candlekeep Mysteries and you guys were walking around some old house and every now and then I would play like a creaky floorboard or someone being dragged along floorboards, things like this. You can configure all that stuff here.
Okay, and how do I upload my own music into it?
Your own music? You can do that with create playlist and then add things to a playlist. Or we'll get started with some music packs, which are part of modules in Foundry.
Okay, all right.
Compendium packs is where a lot of things get installed through modules and external, I guess, content assets. By default, you should see there the standard resource document information, which is good, but it's not heaps. And where we want to jump into first is settings.
Okay.
No, I'm wrong. Not settings, manage modules. Because...
Where's that?
On the right hand, in the settings area, third button down.
Can manage modules. There we go. Yep.
I've installed 84 different modules into Foundry. Presently,
Yep.
none of which are active in this world.
Right. Okay.
Right. So I don't know what every one of these things do, because this is from when we first installed Foundry, or way back when. But I can import all the ones that I use in Frostmaiden.
Okay, that would be cool. Just to make sure that we've got the proper. I mean, the ones you use in Frostmaiden are really good, and doesn't seem there's any issues with it. Yeah, that will probably work the best, only because, I mean, I could upload the wrong thing or do something that'll just fuck up everything. And I prefer that's not happen, pretty please. I mean, I like the token magic special effects. That's awesome. Like when you roll nat 20, you get a Thomas the Tank Engine. It's fantastic.
Now, I wonder if importing module settings is part of a module, which would be amazing. Which one is it? Maybe that one. Oops. Okay, let's try that. Your Foundry would have just reloaded because I'm trying to activate a module.
I just got a million things just popped up.
Yep. Cool.
Patch notes.
Yep.
Yep. Awesome. Please note MM Plus will grab. What?
Sorry, I pressed the OK button and reset everything.
Okay. Oh my god. Everything's popped up again. Okay. Okay. I'll just do it like I do with all my Apple products and just click accept without reading anything.
Yeah, that's right. Just yes, we want to do that and see what happens. Okay, great. Now manage modules. Awesome. Now I can import modules.
Okay, so that's back in settings, manage modules.
Yep, I'm going to import my modules from where I've got a file that I exported earlier. Just sit tight for just a second.
Oh, right. I see. That opens up the stuff on the back end of the computer. Fancy schmancy. DM, please don't upload your Pornhub search history.
Just my only dance. What? Who said
exactly. That's all that counts.
Okay, so modules have been updated. I don't know whether the settings have been updated, so I'll have a quick look at those as well.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of okay, so I've got days of the week, I've got a fuck ton of stuff just popped up. 3D canvas. Yeah. Oh god. Oh fuck.
Just keep closing them all, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Go back to settings. You want to go to configure settings.
Yep.
Now, down that left-hand menu in configure settings, you should see a setting, like a heading for every one of the modules we've got activated. And just for shits and giggles, we do have now of those 84 modules we have installed, we have 49 active.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, let's have a quick look. Firstly, if you're in the settings area, you should see on the left-hand side a heading all, then core. We can probably ignore those two. They're pretty well good as is. Same with the next one, the D&D 5th edition. That's pretty well good as is. Actually, one thing you might want to just confirm in here is if you want to manage encumbrance. If you want to track encumbrance.
Okay, so that's in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you got okay, so you got module provided art, attack result visibility. Don't want to hide everyone. Show only results. Encumbrance tracking. I'll figure that out later.
Mm-hmm. You can change things like the rest variants, proficiency scores. Pretty well the defaults are good for out of the box 5e.
Okay, yep. Oh, there was a sanity tracker?
Mm.
Oh.
We might have to think about that for something else, yeah? Now that we've seen that.
Yeah. Oh, you can so for polymorph, like later level stuff, you can allow people to change their characters as long as they've uploaded their all their other stuff, right? That's what I'm assuming this way says allow players to polymorph their own actors.
I imagine so, yeah. I mean, we're thinking about Frostmaiden. I can polymorph Tobin, but I don't think he can do it himself. Maybe it's just that setting I've got to enable.
Yeah, awesome. And it's the same with like summoning and stuff like that. That's actually pretty cool. Cool. I'll just quickly save my thing that I just changed.
Mm-hmm.
I
And then
won't
come
say
back.
what it is.
It's a shame that it actually, whenever you save it, it closes it. I don't think you have to save it for each different heading. So come back into it. We'll go through it a lot.
Game settings, configure controls. Yes.
Okay. So go to the next heading, active auras. I mean, you can, at your leisure, have a look through all these different settings.
Yeah.
That's entirely up to you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing I wanted to double check, because I'm pretty sure I did see a thing in our Discord. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord, don't forget to do that. It's pretty fun in there. I did see a thing a while ago. I think Foundry has a pack or something for Curse of Strahd that we can upload into Foundry or something. I swear I saw it. It might have been a fever dream. Strahd may have appeared to me in a dream and is like, play me. And I'm like, bitch, I already did.
I can find a module for Death House, but not a free module for Curse of Strahd. There is something on a Patreon site which has custom made Curse of Strahd map packs. But
okay.
Anyway, look, we'll figure that out afterwards. That's something different. I think you're thinking of. Okay, let's move on from the settings because we can come back to this later.
Okay. Let me upload.
I think all the settings that we use in Frostmaiden have been imported over and configured exactly the same. Just check something. Maybe not. I think it's just which modules have been enabled, but not their actual settings. Yep. Anyway. All right, good. So you want to import a map. Let's import a map. So head over to scenes.
I got distracted by something. Scenes, journal, scenes. Yep.
All right. Create scene. Now, in Frostmaiden, I've used folders to create like structure things such that I've got multiple maps per town, and town has its own folder. You can organize things however you want. You can have nested folders and go crazy.
Chaos. Mine is just going to be chaos. I will never let anyone see how I organize things, because they'll be like, how is this man a functioning adult?
Okay, so if you are on what? Okay. On the configure scene area, you want to make sure you upload the background image as being your map.
How do I do that?
Okay, so if you're looking at the configure scenes box window, there is a field for you down that says background image. Hit that little browse files window and actually browse files. You will then get another pop-up window for like a file browser. Okay. You want to make sure, I don't know what you're looking at first, but put everything Curse of Strahd related into worlds, and then you'll see a folder called Curse of Strahd.
Worlds, Curse of Strahd.
And then in scenes.
And then scenes, and then I can choose a file which I can upload from my computer. Oh, right. This is what I was looking at. This is like literally what I got distracted by like 5 seconds ago, because I am a child and I just have a short attention span. And then I select that file, save that. And then do I just save changes, or is there anything else that I need to do before I do that?
There are other things you need to do. Okay.
Okay.
So after that, head across to lighting. Now, the first 2 checkboxes here are important. Token vision and fog exploration. With these 2 things enabled, then you need walls around a map and lighting sources for characters to be able to see anything. right? This is a typical
Yep.
dungeon setup. In your scenario where you're uploading a map of the whole thing, like a location map, yeah, you want to untick those two things so that we don't even need a character on there to see the map.
Yeah. Okay.
So untick those two things, then hit
Done that.
save, and we might have to get back in there and have a few play around with a few more things, but that should get you started.
Okay, so I've saved that. Yep.
So I don't know if you're looking at that map now or you're still looking at the Foundry screen.
I'm looking at the Foundry screen.
Okay, so on the right in that scenes list, to activate that scene, you can right click on it. Now you've got two options here. You've got view scene and configure. If you go to view scene, you're loading the scene for you as a DM. The players are still looking at something else. So you can jump ahead, muck around with things, get things sorted out, drop characters onto maps and things, and then activate it.
Right, okay.
Or as soon as you right click it and hit activate, everyone's view jumps to this scene.
There we go. So now, can you see it now?
I'm
very small screen.
Yep. Okay, so you're right. It is a small screen. So how do we default that to be bigger? Because when someone lands on here, they're going to see this default view. Okay. So what we do is right click on that scene again.
Yep.
And go to configure. Click on. Okay, don't click on anything. Just move that screen out of the way for a second, but it needs to be up. Just click in the background and now zoom it in and position it to where you want it to be when everyone lands in this space.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yep.
Once you've done that, on that pop-up window, down where it says initial view position, now near the bottom. Should be on the basics tab, and then down the bottom, initial view position.
Basics, initial. Oh, yep. Got it.
That little square looking thing, the crop icon, click on that. And that sets the current zoom settings and position on the screen to be the default.
Okay, and then I save the changes.
And then save changes. Now, we want to get back into this in a second as well, because what we want to do is you've got the grid over it, right? This map probably doesn't need a grid on it.
No.
Okay, so configure the map again. Configure the scene. Go to the grid tab and change grid type to gridless.
Grid type, there we go. Gridless, save. There is no grid.
You have created your first scene.
Awesome. And then just to get that, so that's already activated now?
Currently that is activated, yes. Now, here's another hot tip. In the top left-hand corner, you see a small drop-down arrow that says toggle navigation if you hover on it.
Oh, wait, on what?
The small arrow, top left-hand corner. Across the top, you should see Foundry Virtual Tabletop and Barovia. Or if you don't see anything...
Oh, yep.
So that toggle on the left hides all those things or brings them back. Now, as you add more and more maps, that's going to get super complicated. To change what's there, do this. So I want you to right-click on the Foundry Virtual Tabletop in the scene list and go to configure.
Yep.
That second setting that says permissions showing navigation. What this means is where it says GM only, says that only you will see these different tabs across the top, so only you get these extra shortcuts to change between scenes.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to clean that up for yourself, untick showing navigation. That removes it out of that top bar so it doesn't get too cluttered. You can still get to it, just not from that top menu bar.
Awesome.
Okay.
Nice. I like it. Interesting.
Okay. Let's upload a different map. Let's do a map with a few lighting sources and things, and then we'll set up a character and how you test lighting and what's visible and stuff like that. Yeah?
Sounds good.
So, have you got another generic map?
Yes, I would definitely have one of those ready to go that I prepared earlier and is
It's fine.
ready
It's
and
very easy to
just
find
here.
one. Because,
I do actually have a map. No, I don't. I lied.
all right,
I lied.
we are going to import some maps.
Okay. Also, thank you, Inflatable Cat. I'm probably going to take you up on that offer for the maps shared.
Okay. If you go back to the top tabs, top right hand corner, and go to compendiums, compendium packs,
Yep.
you should see a whole lot more stuff there now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. This is like stuff ready to be installed into the game. So what we want to do is go down to scenes towards the bottom. There's two down there, the Mick free maps and the Reclusive Cartographer maps.
Yep.
Pick any of them. I think they're pretty similar.
Yep.
Oh, don't pick the Mick one. That one's broken. Pick the Reclusive Cartographer.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, okay. Yep.
and now I think if you just in the top right hand corner toggle back to your scenes, but leave that other window open. I don't know if you're watching Twitch as well or can see what I see.
Can I drag and drop?
Exactly right. Drag and drop.
Oh, that's sexy as fuck. Wait, failed to save your change. You failed to save your own change.
I see.
Okay.
You dropped in the Church of the Grey Lady. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. And I've activated that, so you should all be able to see it now.
I can see that.
Well, that's kind of sexy. It's a little bit hot. It's getting a bit warm in here.
All right, let's see if it's got wind. I can see it's got doors set up. Let's see if it's got walls. So go to the wall control on the left.
Wall, wall, the brick, the Mario brick.
All right, the Mario brick. Yeah.
Okay.
So all
I see it.
walls,
Yep.
pillars, windows, and doors have been already set up.
Hell yeah.
Brilliant. What if they weren't? We need to find a map where these aren't set up.
I mean, I assume I would then do the lines, the basic walls, where I would draw a line and say that's where the wall is.
Pretty
and
much.
Then,
let's
it's
try and let's try and draw a wall around.
Yeah.
Why is that ping working?
I'm gonna follow this T, and I will draw a wall. And it's shift to stop and start again, isn't it?
I think it is. Hold down Control and keep clicking around until you get to the last one, then let go, and it'll finish off.
Yes, it is. It is Control. There we go. Oh, smooth. That T is definitely not crooked at all on my ends. Okay, and then I can go and I can add a door. I want a door. Oh, I want a door here.
Hang on. Okay, what's happened here? We have a wall sticking out the front door.
That we don't talk about that wall sticking out the front door.
So click on either one of its. Yeah, there you go. It's dead. All right. So this one at the end you've got here. Why isn't my ping working? I think we want to get rid of that. Delete that.
I want to make it a door.
You want to make it a door, but you've put a wall in. There's two ways you can do this. You can change the wall to be a door, or you can delete it and just put a door in. So to put a door in, now that you're in wall controls, that sub menu should have a door icon on it to draw doors. Click on
the one that I drew a door.
Did you?
I already made
yellow.
I already made a door.
Put it back. Do it, because door should be blue, not yellow. Or purple, sorry.
So I went door, and then I just went like this, and I drew... Whoop, what happened there? Ah!
Okay, so you still have a wall, not a door.
No. Okay, I got rid of the wall. Now, let's draw a door. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I didn't make a door. I got rid of a wall.
So you
now I have made a door.
Okay, great. You've made a door. You can also create a window if you wanted to by choosing the window thing.
And I can make a secret door.
You can make a secret door.
But I'm not going to tell you where it is because it's a secret.
That's fine. I can see everything you're doing.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
You can. You probably can. I have no idea what I'm doing. Ah, what did I do? That didn't seem to work anyway with the secret door.
So the trick is that if you've got a long wall, you can't just say, I want a door in the middle of it. You have to break the wall up into sections because you can only place a door between the ends of walls. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does. Ah, okay. Yep, that makes sense. So can I click over that, get rid of that, and then go, I want a secret door here. Because it's purple. That worked. Okay, cool.
It's a huge door. Okay, great. You've built some walls.
It's not huge. It's secret.
Okay. There's just one other thing to note before we drop a character in. The blue lines, they're equivalent to windows, I think, right? That's saying that if a character comes up between the pews, they can't walk through the pews, but they can see through them.
Yeah.
Okay, easy. All right, let's get a character in there so we can test this out and see how it goes.
Not Adam.
See Adam. All right, go to characters, go to create character.
Do actors, you mean?
That's what I
create
meant.
actor?
Yep.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to give you... So you've got to create a random actor first. Just designate it to be a player character and assign it to me.
Okay, name.
Doesn't matter. Because it's going to get started. Yes, that's great.
But hold. Yep. Play character, create new actor. Yep.
That's me. That's the character. Poopy Butthole. Great. Now, open up that character. So
yep.
Just 2 clicks. We want to import that from D&D Beyond. So I'm going to find you my character link. To do this for people, top left-hand corner, there's that little spanner-looking thing to edit the character.
Yep.
No, we're going to not import me. We're going to import... Because I haven't got any race or class or anything defined. Import someone else. Import Robin's character.
Oh, but by the way, you heard it here first. Robin's going to be playing in this campaign.
Spoiler. Okay. I'll grab you his link as long as it's public. Otherwise, I'll just grab a random one. Okay, I'll send that to you in Slack.
So I click on the spanner?
Click on the spanner to go into edit mode. Oh, that's not a public link. Not public. Abort, abort. I will find you a public link.
So my spanner doesn't. It shows effect summary, enabled effects.
Wow. Wrong spanner. Get out of that window. Sorry. Top left-hand corner. It's like a switch spanner.
Oh, yep.
Sorry.
I mean, I know my lefts and rights.
Okay, let's see if this one works.
Do. I hope you're all enjoying this. If you are, don't forget to hit that follow button, or if you're on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. We are Raging Rolls. We don't usually have a lot of quietness, mostly because I abhor a vacuum.
All right.
Enough here to chat. This works.
There's a link I've just sent you in our Slack. Second one. Grab that character link. You're in the edit view of that character. You should see a D&D Beyond button. Click on that.
Yep. Copy and paste the URL. Yep.
Okay, before you hit start import, given this is the first import for this character, import everything. Name, HP, XP, weapons, other equipment, currency, the whole lot.
Yep. And then update configuration. I just don't touch anything.
Don't touch anything.
Okay, and then start import.
Start import.
I remember correctly, we have to do this a lot. Who is this character? What?
This is another character I was playing with.
Okay.
Okay. So we have a character. Close his window. Now, on your toolbar, on the very left-hand side, go back to the token controls, and all of a sudden, all those lines should disappear.
Yep.
Okay, go drop him at the front door. Take Freedom of the Starfield, drop him in the either outside. There you go. He's outside the whole thing. Now, to see what he sees, just click on him. So as a GM, you can see individually what everyone sees.
Nice.
Right?
Like it.
You'll see how everything changed to black and white. Because this guy has dark vision and there's no lights outside.
Yeah.
Right, open the door. Did you open it? You should be able to click on the door to open it.
Hang on.
Ah,
I pressed the button.
The game's paused. You got to press spacebar to unpause it.
Ah, thank you.
You're not on token controls or something.
There we go.
There you go. Door's open.
I was trying to lock the door, but it didn't work.
To lock the door, you just right-click it.
I did do that, but I was in the DM view. But anyway, all right. Walking in, and I don't see a lot. The middle of the room is black. But what if I open this door?
Oh my God.
I see it. Oh my God. All right. I wonder if there's a way that you...
Why is it red?
Because there's a big carpet in the middle of this church.
But it's all dark. There's no light sources in there.
Well, the light source is coming from... oh, interesting.
There must be a
Where is the light source coming?
Let's find out.
There is a light source somewhere. I just clicked on the light thing and I can see all the light. Oh, there's two light sources in the middle of the room.
There you go.
From I'm guessing a chandelier. Can I get rid of them?
Yep. Once you're on the light settings, that's turning them off. It's not deleting them. You can just switch them off.
Yes, but fine. What if I wanted... I mean, that works too, because then I can just go, if as they approach, the light flickers on.
Yeah, if you want to make it all creepy like that, absolutely.
I mean, that's what we're going for. I'm not playing, My Little Unicorn.
To delete the light source, what you do is hover on it, so it gets the red border around it, and then just press delete on the keyboard.
Done.
Or Control Z to undo that and put it back.
Yep.
Okay. So back in as Freedom.
Interesting. Press that button. I found the secret door. I like it.
Okay, cool. So as a DM also, even though you're in this like walking around as this character now, you have the ability to drag people through walls. When people get stuck and they go, I can't move, you can just drag them to wherever you want on the map.
Yep.
Right? So sometimes you'll draw a doorway which isn't 5 feet wide and people get stuck in it. You just got to drag them through it.
Yep. I'm trying to add... Oh, there we go.
Right, let's stick with light sources for a second because I see you're adding 1,000 light sources in.
It's right.
Just tidy this shit up and get rid of them all.
Oh, hang on, I'm in the wrong thing. Hang on. Okay.
All right, let's assume, for example, that this altar is on fire. Let's make a fire. Let's make it look like it's on fire.
Okay.
You can do that with just with a light source. If you get a light control, now when you've probably seen it already. When you click, that's where the light source is going to be placed, and then if you drag out, that's how bright it's going to fill.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so where are you putting lights? Very big fill. Okay, great. Very big fire. Now, this light right now is white. It's like one of those fluorescent light bulbs. Not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Double click it. You get into a whole bunch of light configuration settings. Right? So what I normally do for this kind of thing is go to light animation. You've got different light animation types, right? You've made a massive radius for this, so get ready to be like, what's it called? Have an epileptic fit, because this is going to get crazy. Just have a switch through some of these light animation types, right? Because you can create some pretty cool effects.
There's a fucking rave going on in the church.
We haven't got to the best part yet.
Okay, yep.
Okay, so for a fire, you'd pick torchlight or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it still looks white. So now, this has changed in this new version of Foundry a bit. Where the hell do I go to the color? Ah, here we go. Back on basic configuration.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll down to light color in light appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm, it's weird. And change light color. So click on the black.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you a little color picker. If it's fire, make it fire. Right, so you get a nice kind of warm color. Jesus. Got bright in there. I don't know what this tag shit is. Ah. Be an issue with Foundry. I don't know. Nope. Tag.
Don't mind me, I'm just very much playing with this so much right now.
All good. I'm just gonna, you're gonna get a refresh in a second. I'm just gonna disable something
Okay.
because it's gone nuts.
It wasn't me, I swear.
No, it's this tagger module that's gone crazy. Okay, reloading. You'll still get the disco party, it's fine.
Love me some disco party.
Cool. All right. So that's lighting.
Amazing.
It's a hell of a rave going on. Stride rave. You can see how your lighting source has been blocked by those walls you put into. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing worth noting, oh, we haven't got to that yet. No, it's fine. Like, I was just wondering about this, these columns. Sometimes you get, if you got a boulder or something, you want characters to be able to see the top of, but not the other side of. You can use like a terrain wall to say, this is the boulder. You can see through one part of the wall, but not through the second part. So I can see the top of it to recognize it's a boulder, but I can't see what's past it. But there's nothing like that in this area.
Right.
Unless, I mean, we can try it. Let's try it. So with your light source going nuts here, let's make this altar a terrain wall. So go to your walls again and find the little mountain, the terrain wall. And you basically want to draw around, I'd say draw around the entire, what's it called? Staired area, just for shits and giggles.
Yep.
Just draw a square around that.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So right now, if we go back to the token controls and click on Frieden, he can still see all the jazz going on. Now, what we can do, because when you change lighting sources on walls, we want to reset things to see what it looks like now. Because right now he's got Fog of War, so anything he's already been exposed to, he has memory of. So to reset his Fog of War, in the lighting controls, okay, you will see a little cloud.
Yep.
Okay, Fog of War exploration progress was reset, and now you're back to token controls. Click on the character, and here's what he sees from the start, from now, from where he is right now. So you can see with that, so that stairs that you covered up, he can see through one wall of those stairs. So he can see the top of the stairs, but he can't see beyond that second wall.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
All right. That's a lot of information. I'm pretty sure I've got... I'll probably wake up tomorrow and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll just... that. I've got work tomorrow off work, so I will mess around with that a little bit, and I'll message you if you're at work.
Actually, I'm going to donate blood tomorrow, so you can message me. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man, just do whatever the fuck you want. I'm like, I don't care. I'm just down a pint of blood. It's like, have a beer, Jez.
Donate blood, not down a pint of blood.
No. Donate blood, then have a drink of alcohol.
Oh, yeah,
because it's the cheapest drunk you'll ever get, and the worst hangover you'll ever have.
Oh. Spoken like someone who's done it before.
They may have said, oh, make sure to eat and stuff like that. Don't drink for 24 hours. And I'm like, yeah. No, don't. Like,
luckily for me, they don't take my blood. They only take my plasma. So I still have all the red blood cells.
Okay.
But I don't know if that impacts hangover at all. I'm not going to risk it.
I don't know. I mean, just have a Barocca ready to go.
Cool.
But no, I'll mess around with it a little bit tomorrow. Now that I've got access to it, if you want to leave it for me until you're ready, until you're like, hey, I'm going to need this for Frostmaiden.
Yeah, no dramas.
But
all good.
But pivoting from that, did you want to make the announcement for what we're going to be up to in August, or?
Well, in August we are, in fact, raising money for Game Changers, Starlight Foundation. With Game Changers, right? Am I getting this right?
Starlight Children's Foundation with Game Changers.
With Game Changers, yeah. Part of a group of people doing this kind of thing. So we're going to need people's help, support, help out. We're going to get some crazy shit going on stream. We've got there's a few potentially chaotic things coming up in Frostmaiden, so we're going to create some creative ways to influence that with some donations. That's going for the whole of August. Cool. We're going to see if we can raise $200. If we smash that, let's up the goal. But let's start there.
Yeah.
We've raised this. We've done this the last few years. Yeah, we've done this kind of thing.
Yep.
Raise a few $100 each time. So let's see if we can beat that again.
I was thinking on August, that date, the last Thursday in August, which is the 30th, I think, 30th of August.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. No, sorry, 29th of August.
There you go, even better.
I was thinking I might do a shitty watch one shot, which will be called Probably Not That, because it's for children. And if people would like to donate to pick some of the player classes and races, I think that would be pretty fun.
Oh, that's cool. All right, we better put that around the socials and things. So this is now, it can be done. You have to figure out the mechanic of how you want that to work.
I mean, we just need to know who's playing, and then we're like, okay, so what do you want, say, Jez to play?
Yeah.
And what class do you want him to play? You got to donate X amount of dollars for that.
It sounds good. We'll put some links up on our socials as well, so everyone can start donating, see what it's all about, and we'll also share what the plan is for that 29th, that Snappy Watch one-shot.
Snappy Watch. It will be the Snappy Watch, and I will have to. I had a very spooky idea recently. Came to me in a nightmare, and
great.
I was like, no. It started as a nightmare, but then my brain went, man, this guy would be such a good D&D villain, and my brain was like, cool, let's do that. And it was not a nightmare anymore.
The dream. Cool. So we're going to get some random character. What level are we thinking for that?
You know what?
I'll
leave it up to chance. I'll leave it up to chance. No, I reckon, depending on what people want, how much they're willing to donate, that'll depend on the level. Otherwise, I'll pick something level 1, and you all just die.
Awesome. I love it. Let's get that sorted out.
I am very keen. Just to give some people a little bit of information for what I am mulling over for this one shot. Some of you watch Should You Watch Before. Essentially, the party is a group of ragtag individuals, either coerced or forced or some volunteer for it, who knows why. City watch in a big city that doesn't really need them. Hence why they get convicted criminals and stuff to join the City Watch, like a community service sort of thing. The plan for this one is there is a mystery. People have been not so much going missing. They have just... Well, the people haven't been going missing. Their skin has been.
Hang on. So the premise is there's a whole bunch of like skinless humanoids just chilling, going about their day.
No. They're dead. They're
Right.
dead, but nobody knows what is causing this.
They're dead without skin. Sounds very serial killer much.
Maybe. It could be a serial killer. I mean, it could be Captain Crunch called bad.
Could be.
Awesome.
Well, that sounds right.
Yeah. But we'll put some stuff up in the socials. I will probably have to, as I said, I'll probably have to tone it down a little bit if it's Starlight. But what I'll do is I'll release my 4-hour cut in black and white slow motion that goes for 10 hours on Netflix. Okay.
Let's do that with all the good cuts in there.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, mate, hopefully your brain is full of tips and tricks with Foundry. There is a bucket load more we haven't touched on.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting in there and mucking around. Find things, experiment. If you've got questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to help. Yeah. It's been good.
I'm very keen. Thank you, Jez.
Righto.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
We will leave it there. Thanks so much for sticking with us, everyone. If you missed anything, our VOD of this will be available after we finish up this broadcast. And, of course, it'll be over on our YouTube from next week. If you like this video, be sure to hit that follow button on Twitch. We love it. Or follow and subscribe on YouTube. We love that too. To show your support for the Raging Rolls. We also have a Patreon where we post one-shots and insights into our different campaigns and streams. And also check out our podcast available on Spotify. With that, folks, I'll let you go. Take care. See you next week.
Bye.